So yesterday, with what we had done was we started with an Excel package, right? Open Excel. What you have to do? Click on the start button. You have to go to Microsoft Office first. Now here I already had opened it last. It is there in the menu. See here. Can you all see this Excel?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So we have opened Excel. Can you all see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to click on blank workbook, the first option here. Once you click on it, you get your Excel sheet open. In Excel, you have your rows, which are horizontal sections of the page. You all see these horizontal lines?
Yes.
See, this is a row. This is a row. So each one is a row. Similarly, you have columns. Columns are the vertical sections. Each one is column. Both are differentiated with a specific label. The columns are labeled from A and it goes on out. Similarly, for the rows are labeled from number 1 and it goes on till 65,536. Is this visible to you people, or I should minimize the window? Is it visible?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Clearly visible?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
So now, as I mentioned to you, the columns are labeled from A and it goes on. These are called as headers, and the rows are labeled from number 1 and they're termed as row headers. Okay, each box that you see over here is termed as a cell. Clear? So cell is nothing but an intersection of a row, intersection of this row with a column. So where both of them meet, the row and the column meet, what you get is the cell. Clear with this? What is the cell?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So address for the cell would be G9. Why G? Because the name of the column is G and the name of the row is 9. So intersection of the two forms G9. Can anybody tell me what is the address for this cell? You could reply in the chat box quickly. I'll show you the cell again.
L4.
L4. Who replied?
Teacher me.
Radha. Radha or Nayana?
Teacher Sunaina.
Very good. Okay. So it is L4. Similarly, more examples. This would be D8. Am I right?
Yes.
So if I place the mouse cursor here, this would be G3. Followed up till here?
Yes.
So we have learned what are rows, what are columns, what are column headers, what are row headers, what is a cell. Now, when we click on a particular cell, that cell is termed an active cell. Okay. Why is as an active cell? Any idea? What is the meaning for an active cell? From the name itself, it is what it does. Now, when we say active cell, okay, it is not the cell in which you have clicked. That is an active cell. Why it is active? Because only that cell, if you know, since I have clicked onto this cell, only that cell is active currently and I'll be able to type in it. Whatever I want to type, I'll be able to type in it. May it be a text or the numbers or combination of the two. Clear? If you want to type somewhere else in some other cell, you have to click over there, start typing there. Fine? Understood why it is called an active cell? The cell in which you have clicked, only that cell is an active cell. Only there you can type, not the remaining cells. Am I clear with what is an active cell?
Yes, teacher.
Right? Okay. Then, to begin with, entire cell, the first bar where you see book 1 dash Excel, it is telling you that book 1 is the name of the file, this file's name. Excel is the type of package in which you are working. Okay. So if you had opened PowerPoint, it will be PPT shown over here. Whichever package it is displaying in the title bar. Now, this book 1 is the default name. Default name is something that comes on its own. You're not giving the name here. So that means you have not yet saved your file. Hence, the name is book 1. If I want to change name, what I have to do? Go to file. Okay. Can you all see the save option here?
Yes.
Click on it. Where you want to save it, it is asking me. Let's say I want to save it on this PC, on the desktop. So if you notice, by default, the name is shown here to be book 1. That is, if you do not give any name, it will name it as book 1. I want to name it as here. So if I give a proper name, I'm saving it on desktop. See, I've chosen desktop as base for my file. The name of the file is Maya practice file, and I've clicked on save. Let's trace the file where it is saved. Yes, no, okay. So the next bar that you see, where you see file, home, insert, page layout, that is called as the menu bar. What it is called? Menu bar. Just like when you visit a hotel, right? Hotel or restaurant, what you get is a menu card. What it tells you, what all dishes are prepared in the restaurant for the day. Correct? Similarly, menu bar of Excel is telling you what all things you can do with the Excel package. You can create new file, you can save your file, you can open an existing file. If you want to know the history of the file, you can get it from here. Or you may print the file, share the file, export the file, or publish the file. So each menu will have a different task to do. We have just now seen what file menu contains. Similarly, you have home menu. Under home menu, you have several options and the clipboard options, which are cut, copy, paste. Then you have text or font formatting options, where you can change the font style. The basic font style change from one type to another. For example, let's say I have typed something here. I've changed its font. I have to select it first, otherwise the change will not occur. So I've select the entire name and then change style. I change the size. Is this visible to you? Is it visible?
Yes.
Can you all see it? Clear, no? Okay. Do I need to increase the font size? Let me know. Again, I'm selecting it. I'll change its color from black to blue. Is this change seen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I've changed. So if you want to fill color in the entire cell, again I have to select it. Somebody has unmuted. Please mute yourself. This is fill color. The cell in which you have placed your cursor, only that cell will be colored. Okay. Now, if you have noticed, I have returned the text in the cell H5, correct? H5. So only this cell will hold your entire data. If I delete it, what will happen? It will go entirely. But the color remains because the color was not placed in this H5, but it was placed in I5. Are you understanding this part? So if I type in I5 9 now, again, I have typed the data in I5. So if I delete the data from here, the data would go, but color will remain. Clear? So all your font formatting, text formatting options are under home menu. The next options are alignment, wherein you can place your text maybe at the center or in the left hand side of the page, right hand side of the page, or in the center of the page. Then you have insert menu. Under insert menu, you can insert a chart, you can insert the table. There are many more options that you could use. You could even insert a symbol from your mathematical functions could be directly taken. For example, a pi r square formula. This will help you in typing your question papers. If I don't want this formula, I want another formula, I'll have to insert back again. Change the equation from the first one to new equation. Is this seen by you all?
Yes.
Reply.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So the insert, you can include even charts. There are no statistical. For that, you need to have data first. But you could even insert the text or word art. See, this is word art now. Then you could write statistically. I'll insert it elsewhere because already data is here. So insert text, word art. See, there's a shadow to the effect. So if you don't like, you could always go back and change it to something else. Fine. You could even change the text field of it, or you could change the colors directly from here. You could apply reflection if you want. Can you see the reflection coming? If you want picture to come inside the text, see. Can you see my name coming along that picture in the direction of that picture which was chosen? Just notice this, huh?
Yes.
text field and give from, okay, this is simple color changes, but if you give text field with gradient or texture, just now what we had chosen was picture and we chose an icon. So I'm changing it now. My name will come as per this icon, or maybe I'll choose this one. So focus around that. See, are you getting it now? So it is coming with that effect. If you want it to be filled with a pattern, just notice the changes. Is it visible, people? Let me know if it is not visible to you. This is for the gradient field. So you'll be doing this again for the practicals, but for now, just remember what all options are present under menu. So you could have all the options with respect to your file under the home file menu. Then you have a home menu wherein you have the font formatting, clipboard settings, the text alignment, number settings, conditional formatting wherein you could give a condition. Based on that condition, some data will be formatted. Then you have insert wherein you could insert pictures. So if I am choosing to select a picture, that picture will come here. Clear? So under insert, I could do a lot of things. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So, so far we covered what is meant by row, column, active cell, how to enter the data, how to enter the data, then how to modify data, how to locate the different screen elements, which is the title bar, which is the menu bar, followed by the toolbar. What is left out now is the horizontal and the vertical scroll bar. This, what you see on the right hand side is the vertical scroll bar, and the one at the bottom is the horizontal scroll bar. Vertical scroll bar will help you to go up and down the page. Horizontal scroll bar will help you to go left and right of the page. Clear? At the bottom, you can see over here, there is sheet 1. Then if you need another sheet, these are like the pages of a book. So this is the first page, which is sheet 1. If I need to add more, just click on the plus sign. Another page will be added to my book. Are you understanding? So by default, when you
Yes.
open an Excel, you will have 3 worksheets open, and you could go on adding more worksheets to the existing workbook. So it's like a book which is holding the different pages of Excel, and every page will have the same content as in the layout I'm talking about, not the data part of it. So far clear, people? Coming back to our presentation. So we have covered that spreadsheets are made up of columns, rows, and cells. In each cell, there may be following types of data. As I have shown you just now practically, that you could have text, you could have number data, or you may have formulas. Formulas were inserted. For example, A equals pi r square. You could have changed that formula to something else also. So there are existing formulas. If you don't want them, you could enter yours. Plus, there are formulas of Excel which you can make use of, which we will see in a short while now. Apart from that, there is a demonstration given in the PPT about what a column is, what a row is, how to identify cell B4, types of data that you will type, which are labels, constants, or the formulas. The formulas I will take up again now. Okay. Then, how to identify the different types of data in your Excel. For example, if I mention I want column A1, I want column A and row 1 and the data in it. So how are you going to locate it? The column is A, row is 1. So intersection of the two is here, data is 5. Similarly, if I say, quickly tell me what is the data in B3. One of you are please mute and let me know. What is the data
Six.
in the 6? Correct.
6.
6.
6. Yes. Who answered it? Yes. So understood, right? To find the data. So similarly, all the please mute yourself, people.
Teacher,
Mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Okay. So different operations are given on that table itself. That will introduce you to how to do multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Please go through this and let me know if you find any doubts in performing the simple operation of addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication.
Teacher,
And it
from
has
my
to be done on the data. Yes. Who is it? So after this, the next slide was sum function. I'll just show you how to introduce the sum function. If you have data 1, 2, 3, and you want automatically the sum in the next cell, what you will do? You will just type over here equal to. Okay. So now equal to. How are you going to put the sum formula? Go to the formulas. Can you see all over here? Auto sum is there. The first option or the first formula is for the sum, second is average, count, max, and mean, and there are more functions. Now, these are inbuilt formulas given by Excel to help the people who are involved with mathematical calculations. So, this kind of calculations can be easily performed using this direct function from Excel itself. So, I can directly click on this auto sum. Can you see it highlighting the range?
Yes,
It
teacher.
will automatically ask you the range in the lower version of Excel. When it is asking you for the range, what you have to do, you have to only select the range. Are you understanding? Which numbers you have to add, you have to select. That's all. It will automatically calculate and show you the result. So now, tomorrow, if you realize that out of the 15 numbers you have entered, one is wrong, you can only modify that. For example, over here, and your sum will auto-calculate it. Can you see changing automatically? I'll just increase font size for those who are not able to see. Any other number, it will automatically update the sum. Why it is showing hash? Because the width of the column is small. Now, I change it from 2 to let's say 8. See, are you noticing the change? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, similarly, to perform all the operation in Excel. Clear? So I've given you example over here wherein total had to be calculated of the data. This is for you to try on your end, if you get access to Excel onto the computers, you could just try out these examples. Clear? You could practice from the examples that are given. Other functions that you can make use of apart from sum are average, max, mean, count, and count A. Clear? So that completes the first lesson. I had also started with a second one for you. Am I right? Now, most of you all were struggling to open because the link was given of must drive. Right? Now, whenever you're struggling to open, do not panic because it will send me an email. Somebody is trying to open a particular file of whose link I have shared with you. What you have to do, you have to only wait till I give you permission. That was the reason in the feedback form I asked you to enter your correct email ID. So henceforth, I am request with your email IDs, I will grant you access to the PPT directly. Okay, even if you are not able to access, just click on it and I will get a mail that you're trying to access it. So the record will be there. How many people have really gone ahead, opened the file? Is that clear? So I'm not going to share PDFs anymore. The file will be given through the drive link only. You have to try opening it. I will instantly get a message that, let's say it is Mahadev. Mahadev is trying to access, grant him permission. And I will immediately send you the access to the file. Is that clear? And only then you will be able to
Yes.
open your files. If there are still problems, you can let me know. You have my number. Just send me a chat message. So we have already finished with the first lesson. I started with the second one.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
So that we have to write.
Yes.
Okay, teacher.
Teacher, all
Yeah. That is it. Yes. Then I've shared with you all the Excel screen diagram also, screenshot in basically. Draw it in your book.
टीचर तो सगळे
Detailed
लिहून
description. Oy. Okay. In the second lesson, there is just introduction to workbooks and worksheet. Workbook, as I mentioned to you, is nothing but the book consisting of worksheets. Every worksheet you will have 3 sheets by default. You can add more sheets by just clicking on the plus sign that comes besides the first sheet, and the new sheet will be added to your workbook. As I mentioned to you, the cell is nothing but intersection of a row with the column. The same description is given here. Then how to move around the sheet, vertical scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar. So till here, you have to complete the notes. The link has been shared with you. And only for this time, since people are complaining they're not able to open, I have shared the direct PPT as well as I have shared the PDF. PDF will open with everyone. Henceforth, I'm only going to share the link to my drive. You will be trying to when you will try to open it, I will get a message saying so and so person is trying to access the file. Only when I grant permission, you will get to see the content of the file and then you can start writing the notes. So classroom म्हणून प्ले स्टोरान वचून घालपाक जाय. कळ्ळें? मातशें बरोवन घेया खंय. गुगल क्लासरूम प्ले स्टोरान वचा. तुमच्या एंड्रॉयडाचो प्ले स्टोर आसतलो न्ही, तातून वचा आनी गुगल क्लासरूम इन्स्टॉल करा. तो क्लासरूम इन्स्टॉल केलो, तो क्लासरूम तुमी जेन्ना इन्स्टॉल करतले न्ही तेन्ना तुमकां खंयच्या क्लासीक जॉइन जावपाक जाय काय विचारतले. जॉइन विथ जीमेल अकाउंट. नवो आयडी बी दिवं नाका. लॉग इन विथ जीमेल आयडी. इज दॅट क्लियर? हांवें न्ही ह्या क्लासरूमान ऑलरेडी तुमकां मटिरियल घातिल्लें आसा. जस्ट क्लिक ऑन इट, यू विल गेट द मटिरियल हियर. हांवें 2 लिंकां शेअर केल्या, ती तुमी पळयात. मराठीन आसा व्हिडिओ, इट इज अंडरस्टँडेबल. पण पळया मराठीन कित्याक तर तुमचे जे दिक्षा रेफर केला तातून महाराष्ट्र बोर्ड आसा आनी महाराष्ट्र बोर्डान मराठीनूच काडला ते. त्याच्या भायर हांवें तुमकां असाइनमेंट दिला कितें करपाचो तोय पळयात. असाइनमेंट इन द सेन्स इट्स अ होमवर्क, नॉट असाइनमेंट क्लियरली. बाय असाइनमेंट सकल आसता. गो टू इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स उघडले की तुमका दिसतलो मार्क एक्टिव्ह सेल D3 and represent it using tables. Perform addition using some formula in MS Excel. ह्या सेकंड क्वेश्चनाक कितेंय डेटा तुम्ही तुमचो घेया आणि ते करून ताजो क्लिक करून सुद्धा अटॅच केल्यार जाता. क्लियर?